Hello everyone, this is Umar making a video on the CTS 7 Expert Advisor. I'm going to go over the features, the new features that we added. I'm going to go over all the settings and then also show you guys the new features, okay? So, first new thing is we added a magic number, right? A lot of these features were requested by current subscribers. So, a couple of them actually asked for the magic number. So we added that. If you don't know what the magic number is, then this is irrelevant to you, right? But the people who do know what magic number is, here it is, right? If you don't know anything about magic number, what it is, what it means, then just leave this default, okay? It doesn't really matter. Which chart, you know that, or most of our members know that we use only two charts for entry. We have the 20-minute and the 7-minute. So here the conditions for the two different charts are a little bit different. So if you're gonna add this on the 20-minute chart, you simply select it to 20-minute. And if you're gonna add it on the 7-minute chart, you select the 7-minute. Okay. Direction. Uh this is again kind of straightforward. Long only, short only, and then both. So if you only want the EA to open buys, you're gonna have long only selected. If you only want the EA to open cells, short only, and if you want it to open in both directions, select both, right? But typically you're going to use either long or short only. Alarm settings, so just if you want the EA to alert you, leave it true. It will pop up like a box here. It will show you if there's a setup on what pair, right? If you don't want it to alert you, then turn it false. Now trade settings, so open trades, if you want the EA to open trades. Some people don't want it to open trades, they just want the alarm, so they'll have this false. But if you want it to actually open the trades, then set this to true. After this is set to true, then all of these settings will come into play. Okay? So I'll go over them one by one. A max threshold setting. Threshold is basically it's a feature that kind of controls when the pair or something has gone too much in one direction, right? Or if it's overextended. So we have the threshold. It's always been in the CTS 5 and in the CTS 6, but now in the CTS 7 we added it as a optional feature. Okay. We do recommend to use it, obviously, right? Because you don't want trades at the top of a trend. But if you decide you don't want to use it, turn it to false. Now, for every single pair, the threshold value is different, right? For pairs with less daily range, the threshold value is also going to be less. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a sheet that has the threshold values for the different pairs, okay? So we'll make a sheet for the 7-minute and 20-minute. And then we'll send that sheet out with this or shortly after this is released. And so then you can just put in whatever number that's on the sheet, okay? Risk management. This is basically your stop loss parameters. So someone asked if we can have a percentage based stop loss instead of a fixed, or sorry, not stop loss, but meaning a percentage based risk, like lot size, or a fixed lot size. So if you want to use a percentage based uh lot size, turn this to true, and then basically whatever you type here, that's what it's going to use for your lot size percentage of your account. So default's 2%. Okay, if you want to risk 2% of your account per trade, you turn this to true, and then you turn this to 2%. If you don't want to use it, you want to use a fixed lot size, turn this false, and this lot size is basically what you're going to be using. Stop loss 25. This is in pips, by the way. And if you ever decide to not want a stop loss, which we don't recommend, obviously, but depends on what you want, you can put 0 here, and then basically it will be no stop loss. When the trade opens up, there will be no stop loss. Okay. Then we have take profit settings. So in this, we also added a new feature. Before, take profit was just like a fixed amount of pips. Now we have either you can have a fixed amount of pips, or if you click this drop down menu and then click this. It says take profit at a specific price. Okay. So for this, let's say you're looking at some type of like SNR level or Fibonacci level or something like that. You can put the price here, right? So let's say I'm looking for 149.115, then I put 149.115, and then whenever the EA opens a trade, it would automatically place your take profit over there. Okay. But if you want to use specific just pips, 100 pip TP, have this selected. And then again, if you don't want any TP, just put zero. Okay, if you put zero, if you have it selected on take profit in pips and then you put zero for take profit in pips, it will not place a take profit at all. Okay, it's gonna open your trade with the stop loss, no take profit. Break even settings. So we added two newer things in here. So this is the one that was before, which is just pips move to BE, and that is like this is what you select, which is like let's say you put 50 here. So when you're 50 pips in profit, then the stop loss will get moved to break even. Okay. But we added break even offset. So it doesn't have to be exactly at break even. If you put, let's say, 5, for example, it will move your stop loss to break even plus 5 pips. Okay. So break even plus 5. If you wanted to just move to break even, you put 0 there, so it will move to exact your exact entry price. Okay. And then we also added another feature, which is close part of the position when you move to break even. And this is by default it's false, but if you want it to use it, you set this to true. And let's say I have 50. This is percentage based, okay? So if you have this selected, when price moves stop loss to break even, before that it will close 50% of your position. Right? This is a really common technique, which you close half and then move stop loss to break even. So you secured profits no matter what. So that's that. If you do not want any type of break even, you put 0 and it's not gonna move your stop to break even at all. Okay. Multiple orders setting. This is another requested setting by a couple people. So now instead of opening one trade, so let's say there's a setup, it opens one trade, you can have a thing here. So let's say you put 3. So what it will do is it will open 3 trades, and for each trade, you can have a separate lot size and then separate take profit for each trade. Okay. So, and then the take profits are also just like the take profit above. You can either have it in pips or you can have a price. So if you put price at a specific price, let's say you have 3, right? So on one setup, it will open 3 trades with different lot sizes. And for the different trades, you can put separate prices for TP or fixed pips amount for the TP. Okay. And make sure you to have this obviously true. So once you set it to true, then all of these will take effect. If it's set to false, it's not gonna work. Okay. Um, so that's that. Trailing stop. This is a pretty basic code. So use trailing stop. If you want to use the trailing stop, then set this to true. So the trailing stop distance is every time the EA will move the trailing stop, it will move it to this distance, meaning 25 pips away from wherever the current price is. Trailing step size is you don't, it's not gonna move the trailing stop like it's not gonna follow price if you have this set to anything above 1. If you have it at 1, meaning for every 1 pip price moves, then it will make sure that the trailing stop is 25 pips away. But if you have this set to 5, so let's say, price is here, the trailing stop is here. If price is going up, it's not going to move until it goes up 5 pips. Once it goes up 5 pips, then the trailing stop will adjust itself 25 pips away from TP. Okay? And then if it goes up 5 pips more, then it will activate again 25 pips away from TP. Okay? So we have both of these. If you wanted to just follow the price, so as price is moving, you want the trading stop to just, be tight and just follow it as price is going, change this to 1. So meaning, for every 1 pip price is going up, it will adjust the trailing stop. Time settings. This was from the past two EAs, the same thing, which is just the time filter. So start time, stop time. This goes off of your local military time. So whatever time is on your computer, this is what it reads. So it doesn't matter if you're, let's say London for me starts at 3 a.m. You're not gonna put 3 over here because your time on your computer, it will be different. London would be a different time if you live anywhere else. So just local military time, whatever is on your computer. Daily P&L settings. What this does is it actually draws like a little kind of label down here on this bottom right corner. It sticks out and it tells you your daily P&L in pips, okay, for the day. If you have just show daily P&L set to true and you have this to false, it will only show you the P&L for that specific pair. So this is USDN. So if I have this on USDN and I tell the daily P&L, it will only show me the profit and loss for USDN on that day. But if you click show P&L for all pairs and have that set to true, then it will also show you the P&L for like all the trades combined, right? So it doesn't matter if you took a trade in euro yen or pound yen, it's still going to show here. Okay. But keep in mind this only will show you the P&L for trades taken by the EA. So if you manually opened a trade and closed it, it's not going to read that here. Okay. Now we have daily loss limit settings and daily profit limit settings. So this is another new feature that we added, which basically what it does is this is in pips, and let's say you set it to 100, right? 100 pip daily loss. If you have this set to false, what it does is that once you reach 100 pip negative for the day, it will alert you. It'll be like a regular alert box for MT4 saying that warning, you have reached your daily loss limit. But if you have this selected to true, it will warn you and it will close all the open trades right now. Okay. This calculates your closed and open trades. Okay. Not just your closed trades. So if you have 70 pips worth of loss already closed, and then the current trades that you have open equal 30 pip negative, so that's 100 for the day, it will close those trades and it will disable trading for the rest of the day. Okay. Same exact thing for profit, right? So let's say you have a profit limit of 100 pips. Same exact thing. It will count your daily P&L, so profit, loss, and uh closed trades and open trades. And if your profit 100 pips for the day, it will just close all the trades and then stop trading for the rest of the day. Okay. In the last section or the feature that we added is the daily range projection setting. What this does is it will calculate the current daily range so far that's happened in the day, and it will use the average 60-day daily range of the pair, and it will show you there'll be two yellow bands, one for for above the price and one below the price of where the daily range should finish. Okay. So, or at least that's where price should go minimum, because price normally does its daily range. Okay. Unless it's like a very no volume day. But on regular days and especially like news days, it does hit its daily range most of the time. So this kind of sh tells you where that daily range should end. You can use that as a TP as well. That's a good way to have your take profit. Just put it at the daily range end, and once price does daily range, your TP's hit, and that's it. So you can change the color, and then you can change the line width. By default, it's true because it's a pretty useful tool. But if you don't want it, just put it to false, and it's false. It's not going to show the bands. Okay. So that is pretty much it, right? Um, a lot of these features were requested by subscribers. So if you have more features in mind, then email us at myforexmagicwave@gmail.com and we'll see if we can add, make another CTS 8 or a CTS 7 of version 2, add those features into it, and then send that out as well. Also, if you have, I've said this before in the Telegram, but if you have any idea for an EA or any type of robot, either it's MT4 or MT5 or TradingView or even like Ninja Trader, whatever idea you have for an EA or indicator, right? It doesn't even have to be a strategy based thing. It could be like a tool or something that might help you. Like for example, I had the profit limit, loss limit, right? This might help a lot of people. I can code it for you. So, but you have to, let me know. So email me again at myforkmagicwave@gmail.com if you have any personal EA or anything that you want to make, right? So as of for now, this is done. I'm still going to see if I can add more features into it, maybe have another version out. And if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Right now, since we're releasing this and we want people to get this because obviously it's a really, really good EA, um, we're gonna do a 50% off on our monthly subscription, and that will be available in the Telegram, or you can email me, but I'm gonna leave the link for it in the Telegram, so it's much easier for you. If you guys are not in the Telegram yet, just go into the description below, and there should be a thing that saying free Telegram or join free Telegram, and there is the Telegram link. So just join that Telegram. We put like daily updates and updates for the system and EAs and the videos, analysis, all that stuff. We post it in there. So it's a good idea to be in there. And in that, I will add the 50% off button. Okay. I'm also going to have this in there as well. So the CTS 7, I'm going to put it in there. You can download it. You can add it to your MT4. But once you sign up, that's when it will be active. If you haven't signed up, then if I click OK right now, you'll get this message where it says you are not allowed to use this expert advisor. Okay. So you have to make sure that you're subscribed. And once you do subscribe, just email us so we know because this is a discounted button, so it's not gonna let us know immediately. So just subscribe and then let us know, okay? And that's it for now, and talk to you guys later.